Hi and welcome to Silver Soul Tarot. Today we are going to do a chakra reading, starting with the root chakra. We'll pick a self heal yourself oracle and work our way up to the crown chakra, and we'll then hit the urban tarot just to play out any of the energies. So let's get straight into it. While I'm shuffling, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Anybody who's seen me before or any new viewers, welcome. Please like, comment and subscribe. You know the drill, don't need to tell you. Let's crack on, shall we? Okay, so your root chakra, this is your physical identity, stability and sense of safety. So let's see if there's anything we need to pay attention to. Courage. I just realised how loudly I said that. I do apologise. I got all excited then. Right, okay, so courage. Let's have a look at the tarot, shall we, and see what wants to come out. These cards are very long, so I struggle holding them the other way. We've got the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is about making power moves. It is a Aries card, so could be talking to an Aries or be about an Aries. But he's very authoritarian, especially in this imagery. They work really well together, these two decks. It's almost kind of dictatorship, but I think it's just about having that power over your own life and moving yourself forward courageously. Okay, we'll see. The messages sometimes change as we get more information as we go up the list. Okay, and the next card out is the Four of Swords with Truce. Okay, so there could be a little bit of surrendering almost that needs to happen here with your path, and actually just surrendering to it and going on it and being courageous as you take your next steps forward. Okay, so next we go up to the sacral chakra. This is your emotional identity, your creativity, desire. We've got family and tribe. Okay, pop that there where you can see it, and let's see what the tarot has to say, shall we? So it could be something around, a soul family, a soul tribe, whether it's, one you're creating or one you were born into. Please comment below how this resonates with you. So we've got the Queen of Wands with Public Defender. So she's all very confident, she's the powerful, confident woman. This is gender non-specific, so feminine, I should really be saying. So maybe there's something you need to stand up for with your family, to your family, about what your next steps are, maybe, or there's an argument or some sort of truce that needs to be pulled within a family connection. Like I said, it doesn't have to be blood. It can be a family that you've created through friendships. Let's see, shall we? We've got the Chariot coming out. Okay, so yeah, there's forward movement here. There's this sort of... it's like in the normal tarot, I don't know, you might have heard me say that the Emperor drives the Chariot. And we've got the Emperor there. So it's about making that forward motion, driving yourself forward. Now, with this card, you've obviously got the nice big headlight there, just sort of blaring at you. It's almost like there's a spotlight of some description here. Maybe you do have to publicly defend a member of your family or your friendship group. He could be having some arguments or something where you've got to call a truce, and that means, maybe it's kind of the only way to save some sort of relationship. There could be some sort of swallowing of pride that needs to happen. I mean, this doesn't have to be you. It could obviously be someone that you are close to, someone within your friend/family group. Let's move on, shall we? Let's pop them down there. So the next chakra is the solar plexus. So this is your ego, your identity, your personal power, and your ambition. So maybe this one might help us clarify exactly what's going on here. Home. Maybe it's a relationship, love relationship, a marriage or something like that. There's something clearly that needs to be sorted out here. this is obviously going to have to be definitely one of those take it as it resonates, because it's going to be different for everyone watching. Yeah, so what's going on? Where do you have to stand up for yourself? There could be some sort of legal matter, potentially. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hierophant comes out, then I definitely would say it's a legal matter. But there's definitely something where you need to sort out your home. I've had a reading like this relatively recently. I say relatively recently, I can't remember what it was called, or it was within the last couple of weeks, where there was something about the home, a situation at home that needed to be dealt with. This could just be a continuation. So with the tarot, we've got defeat with the Five of Swords. Is there a breakup? Is there like a family breakup or some sort of conflict? There's definitely some sort of conflict, because even the Five of Swords in the original tarot is about sort of picking up after conflict, walking away from people, allowing people to walk away from you. We got the Prince of Cups out next, the filmmaker. So this is about, whenever I see this card, it's obviously, it might be a bit shiny, sorry, the light's right over it now. About seeing something from, objectively from a different angle, like, taking that almost like wider view, zooming out or just looking at it from a different angle, looking at it from somebody else's perspective. Maybe you need to look at something from somebody else's perspective. And, maybe this truce/defeat is not always necessarily a good thing. It could cause more damage than the damage it heals, if that makes sense. Okay, interesting. So moving up to the heart chakra. This is your social identity, love and relationships. So let's see if our Heal Yourself Oracle is going to help us understand what this is. Have faith. Okay. So as with the Chariot, where it's moving forward in whatever direction it is that you need to be going in, I would definitely be saying yes. Have some faith that this situation will, I don't want to say rectify itself, but rectify itself in a way where hopefully, I truly hope that it's a win-win outcome for both parties, or all parties. Okay, so have faith. We've got the Prince of Discs with the Day Trader. Now he's very, I always look at this card as being very knowledgeable, works well in under pressure. You're talking about sort of, being in the, what's the trading industry, Wall Street, and knowing what's going on at all points really, and having a lot of knowledge and confidence and being prepared to put in some hard work. So whatever this is, maybe someone works from home, or they've been working from home and now they have to go back in, and there's going to be some issues around that. If you've been called back to the office, or there's a situation with a job at home. This is clearly very home based. And then the next we've got is the Four of Wands with completion. Do have 4/4, just for anyone who might be seeing repeating numbers. You have 2/2 there as well. Completion, or something that's coming to a completion. Maybe, like I say, working at home is coming to an end, or a probation period or something like that, where there's something's closing out. A cycle is closing out around the home, whether it's been some conflict, or maybe you have been working from home. Let's keep going. So the next is the throat chakra. So that is your self-expression, communication, integrity. Maybe there's something that needs to be spoken. Let's have a look, shall we? We've got healing. Yeah, okay. So if the healing comes out with the throat chakra, I would suggest that you or somebody needs to have that open, honest communication, be very clear, I wouldn't say necessarily be rude, but certainly have the courage to defend yourself if that's the case. You know, we've had the public defender, so maybe you need to stand up for yourself and speak clearly what it is that you want, what it is you desire, what it is you need. There definitely could be a very healing conversation coming in. I would even say it's needed, it's required, it's yeah, it's needed. Oh, I'm going to take that card because it did almost fall out. So the tarot that comes out with this one is indolence. Okay, so it's the Eight of Cups. So I don't know if you can see it in the original tarot, just off to the side there's a little picture of it there, of the character walking away from the cups. It's like knowing what to walk away from and what to take with you in that sense. But I think with the throat chakra and it being healing, yeah, it's about knowing. It's knowing what to call truce on, what to admit defeat on, and what to have some celebration about, and some completion and some victory almost in it, because it's a very victorious kind of symbolism at the bottom there, with the people kind of reaching up. And so I think, yeah, this is definitely something that is really quite needed. Okay, you got the Knight of Swords coming out with the Game Master. It's like a game's being played. Like there's a winner and a loser, but like I say, I think you have to pick and choose what you're happy to admit defeat on, what you're happy to call a truce on, and what you're happy to kind of take as a win. Be a little bit careful. Whenever I see the Game Master, sometimes you can't lose your own game. So if you're playing a game with someone who is specifically playing a game, you're not going to win against them, because you have no control over the rules, over how how the game is played. Now it is the Knight of Swords, so it could just be this is going to come in quite quickly. The energy is really moving. You've had the Chariot as well. Like this conversation is going to come in and happen pretty swiftly. Or the conversation itself could be happening quite swiftly. I just be a little bit careful that you're making the right moves for you, and obviously that the other person themselves are making the right moves for them. So that's a little word of warning. Just be careful if you're playing with someone. You're like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I need to have this conversation, but I'm going up against someone who's maybe quite manipulative. I hope you're not, but you never know. Someone who knows the rules to the game and you don't. Just be a little bit careful. Okay. So moving up to the third eye chakra. So this is self-reflection, intuition, and clarity of sight. Self-sabotage. Be careful you don't sabotage yourself. Or someone in this connection, in this home situation, is not sabotaging themselves. Yeah, I think this... So we kind of figured out what it was down here, and now here comes that sort of healing energy of maybe identifying the energies and the ways in which you self-sabotage. Maybe you playing your own little game. Take that as it resonates. But yeah, just be careful that you're not gonna cause any problems that you don't want to cause. Like I say with the Eight of Cups, walk away from what you need to. So admit defeat where you need to, and admit a truce where you need to, admit that completion where you need to. And yeah, maybe you do need to take a step back and see where you're self-sabotaging, because that could be one of the things you need to be walking away from, is that self-sabotaging, or whether it's actions or the way you think, the way you feel. Let's have a look, shall we? We've got the Ace of Wands. So yeah, there's a new beginning here. Okay, once you walk away from whatever it is you need to walk away from, whatever negative energies or negative self-speak or whatever it is you need to heal, is going to bring in this new beginning. And the good thing about the Ace of Wands is it's something you can nurture. It's quite organic in that sense. And just before I hit that second card, just want to point out the imagery again of this sort of hand upwards, sort of reaching for these wands, this sort of celebratory imagery here. You've also got that in the Ace of Wands of holding the torch. It's almost like the Olympic torch, holding it up, and kind of this kind of victorious symbolism. Oh wow, you got the Ace of Swords. So it's not only a new beginning in maybe something quite like something organic, something you're doing, your purpose, your passion, but it's also with the Ace of Swords, it's your mind, it's your thoughts, it's it's truth, it's knowledge, it's clarity. It could be a journey coming up. There is this aeroplane there. It's the only card that I've seen that really would suggest a physical movement, but that doesn't mean it's not on the cards for someone. So here, yeah, you've got this real new beginning coming in. It's it's your third eye, so maybe you'll get it down like a download. Maybe because if you've got blocked third eye, it can be a difficulty making decisions, and that Ace of Wands is definitely going to help you. There's that energy coming in of being more decisive, or maybe a lack of inspiration, or you've got some sort of blockage in, or maybe this is where your blockage is in the third eye. Maybe you need to look at working on intuition and your insight and your inspiration, things like that, because this is all about healing. So it could be that maybe you need to have, because with the throat chakra, with the healing, maybe you need to have a conversation with your guides, with God, with the angels, with whatever you want to call it, but also with yourself. I think that it might be, you need to figure out what it is. Like I said, with the filmmaker, that is our next card, so I just wanted to move it. But with the filmmaker, it's taking that step back and looking at, it doesn't necessarily even have to be your physical home and tribe, but maybe it is your soul family, the ones that we play this merry game with on multiple lifetimes, or in multiple lifetimes. Maybe it's time to really have a deep look at yourself and your tribe, your family, your home. Have faith that there's healing here, but try not to, you're self-sabotaging something. So moving up to our crown chakra. So this is self-knowledge, spirituality, and connection to the divine rejection. Yeah, it's time to reject. I'm just going to pop that there. To reject what no longer is working for you. You need to figure out what it is that you're healing. Like I say, call a truce where you need to call a truce. Admit defeat where you need to admit defeat. Make those power moves with courage as you need to, and how you need to. Leave behind, make the right game, the right moves for your situation, your life, your career, your home life, whatever, however this resonates with you exactly. But yeah, it's about rejecting what no longer works for you. You've got to have a healing conversation, either with friends, family, yourself, or the angels above. I don't know. But let's finish off this reading with the last couple of tarot. So we've got the Prince of Swords with the Hacker. Interesting that's coming out on the crown chakra. I wonder if there's a little bit of naughty energy trying to steer you in the wrong direction. I would definitely call upon, have faith and call upon a higher power to protect you at this time. Maybe do some cleansing rituals, get some sage, get out there and smudge your house, your flat, whatever, apartment, wherever you live. Do a spring clean. I was just thinking it's springtime. Now's the perfect time to clean out old shit in your house. Do you know what I mean? Like, go through those drawers, go through your phone even, and we'll take that one. Go through your phone even. We have the happiness 9 of cups on the bottom. I'm just going to point that out because I saw it. But yeah, go through your phone even, clear out old energy, get rid of anything that's just you're done with. Do you know what I mean? And then we got the 3 of Wands that came out, I just picked up, which is virtue. Okay, and there's that ascension. There's something about ascending up in this reading. Hold on, sorry about that. That's the other job. Right, yeah, so there's this ascension, okay? There's something that needs to be sorted out, some cleansing, some healing that needs to happen, whether it's an actual conversation with another human being or whether it's with yourself. Sometimes, you know, you have to have that interesting, tough love kind of conversation with yourself. I think most of us could understand that we've had to do that kind of snap out of it. Yeah, or it's with the higher realms. Let's take a healing. Do you know what? I bought these new cards. We're going to use these. These are soul coaching cards. I'm going to take one, but I will use the healing mantra just to help close out the reading. But let's see what this deck says. I'm kind of really liking it. I've used it a couple of times, but I'm trying to incorporate it in grace. Have some grace with yourself, okay? Actually, I've been playing with this deck and that one's not come out. So that's interesting. I've not had that one come out before. So grace, yeah. You know, have some grace with yourself. Have some grace with your family, your tribe. Or ask for some grace from the heavens above. Let's do a healing mantra. And we've got activating the third eye. Okay, so again, yeah, that's your self-reflection, your intuition, your clarity of sight. I'm willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas and conclusions. Yeah, you need to pull back and take a good look in whatever way this resonates with you. We'll take another one just because we can. Ooh, we'll take that one, shall we? We've got liberating love. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Yeah, do it with grace. Whatever this conversation is, you know, whether it's with yourself or with others or with a higher realm, have some grace and have love and, you know, understand that everyone's on their own journey, our own healing journey. We all self-sabotage in our own way. But come at this with courage, because coming in as your sense of safety is that you've got this courage. I think you'll be perfectly fine. I just think you need to be very aware of what it is that you do and don't want, and be very open and honest and make the right moves forward. I'm going to leave it there. Say thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.